Well, it's a women's domestic team, so Specialised Women SA is what we're called. The aim is to try and raise the profile of women cycling within Australia and also to provide a pathway for up-and-coming female cyclists. So we're competing in all the domestic summer criteriums, and then the 2012 National Road Series will be our next big goal.
How did you come about picking the specific riders for your group?
A bit of a combination of people that I knew were around and would be available, some girls that I've ridden with in the past that have been very reliable, and looking for strengths in the team that we have, a good climber, good sprinter, people that are going to cover all bases. So we've got a fairly versatile team. Two of the other girls and myself from South Australia, and we've got Trudy van der Straten in Sydney. So even though we're called Specialised Women SA, we do have a rider from Sydney, so it's not specifically South Australian riders.
Liz, how often do you then get together?
We just get together mostly for racing. The girls that are in South Australia, we do train together quite regularly, but the team comes together for our major races. So far we did the Criterium in Noosa and finished second there. Then our next major race was at the Sydney Criteriums, and we had some guest riders there. Chloe Hosking, who's a professional rider riding for Specialised Lululemon next year, and also Kate Bates, who's also a brilliant professional Australian cyclist. So we had some good results there also, second and fourth over those 2 days. And our next big race coming up is the Geelong Bay Crits on the 1st of January, followed by the National Road Championships in Ballarat, and then the big one that we're all looking forward to, the Tour Down Under in Adelaide.
Well, Liz, how are you going to be able to measure your success with your team?
I think it's a success already. The goal of the team is to have a group of girls that love their cycling, they're having fun with it, and so long as we keep doing that, then the team is a success. And we're also trying to gain exposure for women's cycling and also Specialised, as they've been great in supporting us. So there's a few measures, but as long as the team continues to be consistent with their results and get as much exposure as we can, I think that we're doing the right thing by being great role models for women out on the road and, just looking to develop the sport further.
Liz, do I detect some sort of frustration from you as to whether or not women in cycling have been given the publicity they deserve?
I don't really feel frustration. I know that there's a few different views out there as to whether women's cycling gets enough publicity. I think that it's not really relevant to us. We're doing our thing and we've got our goals, and hopefully the public gets behind us, and so far the support has been brilliant. We've had a lot of South Australians get behind us. We had a recent fundraiser and a lot of people supported that. We raised a bit of money there. So now we're very grateful for all the support that we're getting, and the goal is to try and improve that. But definitely, I don't have any sort of opinion on whether we get enough publicity.
Liz, you've got the team aspect in mind, obviously, but personal ambitions, do you still harbour those? Being a rider yourself, you're in a team, but can you become individuals at certain times to try and strive for your own personal performances?
We can, and our individual goals are just as important as the team goals, and we as a team sit down quite regularly to talk about how we can make our individual goals and team goals complement each other. For instance, coming up with the Road Nationals, a few of the girls, Beck Werner is challenging for the under-23 title, and then we've got the rest of us that are in the senior category. So senior, I should say elite, because we're not quite senior yet.
Not that old.
No, but we do take that into account. It depends on the race and who's feeling good on the day as to what our goals are when we sit down and talk about race plan. But we're very mindful that everyone has individual goals as well as the team goals.
You've put that together very succinctly. A very busy time, a festive time, and not too much for you away from the bike, but we do thank you, Liz, for popping in and saying hello, and all the very best.
Thanks for having me.